So that said, rack squats. So you come along with your rack, your hand should be under your chin, and arm tight in against the body. Like I could have Nick grabbing hold of the bell and pulling that side, and I'll be nice and solid and strong. But as soon as the bell is on the outside of my shoulder like that, doesn't matter who it is, I'm going to tip straight over. You're here and you're solid. This is one thing I don't like seeing people when they're doing like clean and jerks and that sort of stuff. They end up with their position out here, let alone without the arm being all lifted up. This is a really unstable position and bad on your shoulder. So when you finish for your rack squats, you should always be solid and tight in here. So you can, when you're coming through for your first couple of rack squats, balance. Nothing wrong with that at all. It doesn't make it any easier. Then when you're comfortable with it, just learn to relax your hand, keep it in tight, and try and come down with it. Again, just a handful of those. Like so, this only takes about 10 minutes to get through, and then we get to work on the cool fun stuff. So you keep it in nice and tight.
Question on hand position.
Yep.
Do you go perpendicular to the handle and middle, or is it in the corner in the thumb webbing?
So, really good point. Yep. So it should be down on that 45. That's coming out of my sport background, for lack of better term. It's just the way I was taught was more so as a sport lifting version. Not overly a right or wrong, but one better than the other, like in terms of technique for different applications, is sort of more so where I look at it. Kind of akin to, and you'll know Josh, like with Mace 360, some people will change their hands when they're going directions. So if you're going one way over your head, people will change which is the top hand. Others don't, I don't, but that's because I'm comfortable with it whichever way I go. So it sort of really just depends on the person. Like a lot of this stuff is just something to get you going with, and then you have to make changes based on people. I used to be very much, it was a hard and fast rule you can't change. People are different. We see already now, you've got a room full of people, room full of restrictions and other issues in there. Be able to change.